Hey, Garrett, that Big Ten championship game with Chris Olave not playing, depending on what he decides to do after this season, might have been a preview of what next year might look like for you in this receiving core. Um, did you learn anything about from that game, from how maybe they schemed up for you or game planned specifically for you?
I know playing in that game was a little frustrating, but once Trey got rolling, I knew what I had to do the rest of the game, just make blocks and spring them on bigger runs. So, it was definitely a frustrating game, and like you said, I feel like they had a good game plan to stop what we were doing, passing the ball. But with Trey, like I said, with Trey getting going, that made everything a little smoother for me, and I wasn't as frustrated as I thought I would be.
We'll go to Zachary Braziller from the New York Post.
Garrett, a lot has been made of Dabo ranking you guys 11th last year. He's joked about, he could run for office in Michigan because of, I guess, some of the stuff with you guys. What is the rivalry like between these two teams, and what was your reaction to, all the stuff about him ranking you guys where he did?
We definitely heard about it, so I'm not gonna sit here and say we didn't hear about it and we didn't react to it. But with us, it was just fuel to our fire. We had a good week of practice so far, and I think that he kind of fueled it a little bit. So it's been a lot easier to go out there and put the work in, and know that we're preparing for Clemson, like you say, because this rivalry that has built up over these last couple of years. So they're a great team. We're a great team, and whenever two teams get together that are two high caliber teams like us, it's gonna be a rivalry. So we expected some of the trash talking and all that stuff.
Next, we'll go to Austin Ward from Letterman Row.
Garrett, how has Justin looked to you guys for the last week or so? I know there's been, a little bit of concern maybe about the thumb and the way he finished the game against Northwestern. How's he looking? How confident are you wide receivers for how he'll look on Friday night?
Yeah, personally, I'm as confident as ever in Justin. So, anytime he takes the field, just being the way I am playing receiver, I feel like I'm in good hands. So, he's looked good throwing the ball all week, and that's all I really say on that.
Next, we'll go to Tony Gerdeman from Buckeye Scoop.
Garrett, why is it important for you to have Chris Olave out there with you?
Yeah, Chris being a great player, he's gonna open everything up in the offense. So, DBs can't lean one way or another without feeling it a litlittle bit. So, Chris opens up the whole offense. He can attack people downfield, run the full route tree. So, getting Chris back, that's gonna be huge.
Next question will be from Tim May.
Garrett, as you watch their defense, obviously them ranking you up, the coach ranking you guys 11th and all that kind of stuff is what it is. But when you watch their defense, what just jumps out to you about them? They have a highly regarded defensive coordinator in Brent Venables and stuff. And what makes them special in your regard? What will be the challenge on Friday night for you guys?
I'd say the biggest challenge for me being in the slot is just realizing how multiple they are and being able to adapt to every defense, every coverage they're giving me. So being able to analyze that stuff pre-snap and then, make adjustments post-snap, that's going to be the biggest thing for me, getting open. We got a lot of respect for their defense. Everyone in the offensive staff room does. I know that, and a lot of the players do. So, we can't wait to match up with the great defense. We feel like we're one of the top offenses. So can't wait.
We'll now go to Brendan Gulick from Buckeyes Now.
Garrett, because of everything that you guys have gone through this year, does it almost help that maybe this really short build-up to such an important game kind of feels like a blur? Usually you've got a really long time between the Big Ten championship and a potential semifinal game. The fact that you guys have had so much disruption and chaos, does that in any way help you guys just focus on the moment to get ready this weekend?
Yeah, I think having the shorter, time span to prepare is something that, benefits me personally, just because you can kind of lose yourself, when you find yourself preparing for a team for 4 weeks, so it can be harder to stay locked in and stuff like that. But with the way this schedule worked out this season, I feel like everyone knows exactly what we're playing for. We're playing for it in a week or less than that. But whenever we had started practicing, it was a week. So, it wasn't that feeling like, oh, we're not even really, practicing for nothing right now. It was always, we see our opponent.
We'll now go to Bill Rabinowitz from Columbus Dispatch.
Hi, Garrett. We all know how the game last year ended for Chris, and obviously with COVID, there was a question as to whether he would be able to play this game. Do you get a sense from him how much this game means to him?
Yeah. I mean, I talked to him after that game, and I mean, all we talked about is getting another shot at playing Clemson and another shot at playing for a national championship. So, I mean, a year later, we're right back in the same scenario, and I know that he just wants to make the most of it. I mean, we all trust Chris. We all know he's the best receiver in the nation. So, if we got Chris out there, we feel good.
Next will be Patrick Murphy from 24/7 Sports.
Garrett, last year in this game, you made that big catch and had a couple plays, but fast forward a year and you're one of the top 2 receivers on this team. How much different do you feel going into this game this time around? How much more prepared? And what kind of impact do you think you can make because of that?
Yeah, being prepared just comes with the reps. So, last year having a different role, I wasn't getting those reps throughout the week, but the 4 weeks of preparation kind of made up for that, I guess you can say. But this past season, it's been different with everything, and having only 2 weeks to prepare, I've got my reps in, and I mean, it's definitely a totally different approach to the game. I know that the offense is going to be relying on me more heavily than it was last year, and I feel like I'm able to make all the plays that I'll need to make.
Now go to Doug Lemeray from Cleveland.com.
Garrett, how many photos of the leaping Clemson catch last year do you have in your apartment right now?
Just one. But I made sure it's the biggest one. So that means
take up the whole wall, or how big is it?
It's pushing life size. It's pushing it. It's not there though, but it's hard. It looked good. It looked good in the room.
Next, we'll go to Spencer Holbrook from Letterman Row.
Garrett, everybody talks about you guys not having Chris last week against Northwestern, but how odd was it and just strange and I guess different was it to not have your wide receiver coach on the sideline to break things down with you?
Yeah, I mean, I've never played a game without him. So since I got here, he's been here, and he's been a big impact on our offense. So it was definitely different not having Chris out there. I mean, some of the play calls you usually see called don't get called and stuff like that. Some of the defenses that you usually see get called or roll into different sides now. So, I mean, it was definitely a different game, but I feel like I had a different approach to it. I knew I had to take on more of a leadership role because Chris wasn't going to be there. So, I mean, getting Chris back, that would be good.
To follow up on that real quick, having Coach Hartline back on the sidelines, how important is that? Like, does that make a difference for you in the way you can really play the game?
Yeah, I mean, getting that analysis from the sideline after each play on what he saw versus what I saw is huge. And I mean, Coach Key did a great job, filling in, but everyone has their own eye for the game. Everyone sees something differently. So just being able to get that second opinion from Coach Hart, that'll be great to have on the sideline.